Forget it. Bring your rupees, you know what I'm saying?
So for those of you who aren't, just so you know, if you're just listening, right now what you're seeing is a blurry dog and her blurry owner sitting behind her.
I'm kind of retarded.
Hi, you must be new.
In syphilis, the treatment is usually with penicillin.
Cheers. Cheers, buddy.
Quainta?
I think Quainta.
And in sweets? La Quainta?
La Quinta? Or La Quinta?
La Quainta.
Quainta might be Czech, actually, but it's close to that. I don't know.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast for number 115, Uno Cinco. John, here we are.
What's up, Jerry?
I don't know. What
big
is
day
up?
today?
Big day today.
Did you have a big day?
I mean, it's a good day.
We had a fun weekend.
Still recovering from the weekend, I think.
Yeah. I said to you Monday that we lived this weekend, and we really did.
Yeah, we did.
And to kind of keep it rolling, Craig, who was over this weekend, he brought a little Fireball mini bottle for us.
Oh, I had no
So
idea.
cheers to Craig.
That's a lot.
It might have what is it? What do they say it has? The windshield wiper fluid or whatever.
Who says that?
Whatever chemical.
Who has
And
ever
it
said
might
that?
be, well, I'm gonna look it up, but it's
Somebody
something
says Fireball has wind. Like, what's
it's got some kind of chemical. They
what's
say.
what's the ice? What's the chemical called? This in the windshield stuff.
Glycerol.
Freezanol.
Oh,
What's it called?
Freon?
Yeah, is that what it? Does Fireball have Freon in it?
just say what does Fireball? No, it's got. They say it has something, but anyways, thanks, Craig. I love Fireball. I don't care what anybody says.
Here we go. Antifreeze in it. How about
Antifreeze.
that? Does Fireball still contain antifreeze? It
I-
used to contain a chemical used in antifreeze.
Was that proven?
Propylene glycol. That's what they used. It's generally recognized as safe when used in food at levels not to exceed current good manufacturing practice. But nonetheless, Fireball removed the chemical from its recipe.
Yeah, they didn't
So
even
it was
have
okay.
to, and they did it
Yeah,
anyways.
it wasn't. Apparently, it wasn't harming anybody. Supposedly.
Thanks, Fireball. Where's Fireball made?
I'll
like-
tell you what, though. I'm glad they took it out because I do not trust chemical companies, especially after seeing The Devil Within Us. No, you cannot. Chemicals. Ooh, I don't know, man. I just don't trust.
Yeah, a lot of them will kill you.
Well, they just get into your system and they just like stay there. Then they become part of your DNA, and it's like, what are the downstream effects? We don't know.
Yeah, there's stuff you would never even think of. Like I showed you that girl who I saw
Canada.
on Canada? It's Canada? I wouldn't have guessed that. Canada seems more chill than that.
So it's a little spicy
Yeah.
for Canada.
They must be right on the border of whatever
Yeah.
Canadians made that. But that girl that I saw on TikTok who's a streamer and has Tourettes, and she has all these tics. I told you. Then I saw a video. She did like an 11-minute interview because this other page, Lad Bible, has been doing a series of people with disabilities. And so the newest one was with her. And she would do this stuff as a kid and didn't have like a potty mouth, and they'd look at her parents weird. And she would tell her parents, like, I'm not trying to do this. Like, I just do these things. And so they took her to the doctor. The doctor's like, well, and like they asked a bunch of psychological questions. And they were like, well, you could just be attention seeking. And when you get older, it'll just stop. So then she just thought it was, something's wrong with her. Basically, all this to say, one of the things they did was they tested her urine to see if she had high copper levels. Because apparently, if you have high copper levels, like copper poisoning, it can make you do stuff that you wouldn't normally do, like twitches and things.
Okay.
So that's like the gasoline, the diesel they had in Fireball.
Yeah. Why? Yeah, copper is like, and that's something that's just natural. But then too much of that can even add up, and then because there was something with animals and copper, like goats, it can like kill them or something. Too much copper. But the Tourette's thing that's crazy to me that they were. I mean, I don't know the whole story, obviously, but like, I would almost see Tourette's as like a terrible thing to have as a kid because you're gonna get picked on, people are gonna make fun of you. But then as an adult, I guess there's still gonna be a ton of issues and stuff. But she's making the best of it.
Yeah,
and I'm sure it's almost freeing in a sense because you can't ever censor yourself.
but I think it's probably the opposite. I think you feel like you're trapped.
I don't know.
You're doing these things. Like so I guess because I liked one of her videos or a video that she was in on TikTok, the algorithm showed me another one of her down, like a few days later. It was her saying silly things again, like that one. Mm-hmm. So now I'm on Tourette's talk a little bit.
Okay,
on my algorithm.
That's your lane.
So I'm seeing more frequently videos of people that have Tourette's. And this one girl, she was sitting there with her husband, and one of her tics is she hits herself.
Oh no. Okay.
And he'd try and stop her. He's like, I'm trying. He didn't know she was filming, or either they set it up. But either way, I'm sure this is probably something he does. But he tries to stop her if he sees she's about to hit herself, but she'll just kind of smack herself in the face.
She
bad. Knows she's a naughty.
That's
needs
bad. She needs a little pop. She's popping herself. I guess you can self-discipline yourself in many ways. That's one way to do it.
Yeah, not self-discipline, but self-harm. That streamer, she has scars on her arm. She used to cut. She was depressed for like 13 years.
Was that part of the? That probably wasn't.
Well,
part
she
of the
did.
Tourette's,
They didn't even. She did not get the piece of paper that finally said you have Tourette's until she was 27, and that's when she said her life started.
She was a female.
Because they're dumber.
Well, that's a thing with like autism and stuff. I don't know. I bet it's related somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's great. Women are pretty stupid, huh?
Didn't even realize she had Tourette's.
What an idiot! 27. Wow. Oh, you needed someone to tell you?
But there was even when we were growing up, True Life. Mm-hmm. I think there was one about Tourette's.
I'm
or
sure
something.
there had to be.
I remember one girl. She was like a blonde girl. She was probably like 18, maybe 20.
She sounds hot.
But she would just go places and like she I guess there's different levels of it, obviously.
Yeah.
Because she would just like twitch and just go crazy like at all times. Like the one girl, the streamer girl you're talking about, she doesn't really go crazy on it.
It's more like audible
voice. Yeah.
But she'll do some things like her head might go up when she says the F word or something.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, and that made me think it was awful. But then I see this girl. Again, there's different levels to everything.
Yeah.
She's making the best of it.
Yeah. At least. There was a guy who lived in Manning who had it when we were growing up, but his was he would yell, and wouldn't say words. He would just yell a sound.
Yeah. Just
as a kid, you don't know that it's like he can't help it.
No, you don't understand.
Just start laughing. You're walking through Walmart, and like 3 hours over, you hear some guy just battle scream. Like, what the hell is this guy's deal?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I feel like sometimes like they would get picked on.
I'm sure.
And stuff, but a lot of times it was just like funny, and not even in a sense of like you were like laughing at it. It was just funny. Just be in the middle of class or something and just yell. I'm trying to think if a teacher ever got like mad because of it.
You couldn't. You're in the wrong profession if you're a teacher and you.
But
get
like
mad
the first time or something.
Okay. Well, hopefully the school warns you.
Yeah, maybe.
Or the parent or the kid. Because that's one thing she said, is one of the things she yells, she can't help it, she'll yell cats really loud. And she says now if she ever gets in a cab or an Uber, she has to tell them immediately, like, listen, I have Tourette's. If I yell cats, don't slam on the brakes. Because she said it's happened a bunch of times. When she yells cats, people slam on brakes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of it in it would definitely suck to have. I don't want Tourette's. But I'm trying to think of like the
you
positive side. The positive of it though is now you always have to like start conversations and stuff.
That's what she said when you're saying she's making the best of it. She said specifically with the cab thing that goes from there being a possible awkward situation to like a fun.
Yeah.
They're gonna ask questions. You know, you normalize it.
Yeah.
For people, probably a lot of the people that stormed the Capitol on the 6th, one of the positives for them was part of hers is the N-word is in her repertoire of tics,
no.
so she'll yell that. So that'd be really great for people like that storm the Capitol, because I'm sure they do it anyways. Now they can just yell it willy-nilly.
Now they can be part of that. Yeah,
she didn't say it in the interview, so I don't know if
even if she did, they're probably gonna cut that part out.
I don't know if she hard R's it or if she puts the A on the end. Hopefully, it's at least the A version.
I actually had a guy do the A version to me when I was walking downtown the other day. The black, I guess he was
a black.
He seemed homeless, I guess, and but yeah, he said that to me. And then I was like, hey, what's up, man? And he was like, oh, you didn't get offended that I called you that. I was like, why would I get offended that you called me that? I was just so baffled why he would think I would be offended by it.
Well, it's the weird it's the weird thing of like older conservative white people. Their argument is if they get so offended, why are they saying it? Well, that's not the point. So it's like, it's not, it's crazy.
But then he wanted a sandwich, but I didn't have time. I was still on the clock, so I had to go run and get my coffee real quick. So I couldn't get him a sandwich.
Had to go get a $4 coffee.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Well, he shouldn't have been homeless. That's his fault. Just go in a house. You know what I mean? It's like just have a house. What are you doing out here? There are houses everywhere.
There's not a lot though, as we found.
Well, not in our category.
In our price range, and his is even lower.
We don't know. Maybe he's rich. He just doesn't have a house.
Yeah, I don't know.
And forgot his money that day and needed a sandwich.
What if you were homeless and had Tourette's?
It's probably not that uncommon. A lot of them are schizophrenic.
People that have Tourette's?
Homeless people.
Yeah, I didn't know where you were going. Are they though? Mm-hmm. How many do you think? What percent?
I mean, it's probably a pretty, like 8%, I'd guess.
That's not a lot.
To have one illness?
I can't. I don't.
There's a lot
I don't
of
even know.
homeless people.
I don't know how to attempt to spell.
What percentage of SCH? I think it's SCH. I could be wrong.
I think it is too.
Y? Or
no.
Try 4.
That is
Is it get?
I have no. It's not letting me.
It's not even. You're not even getting close enough. Here, let me try.
Did I spell it right? No. It was so baffled by what I was putting in. It didn't even try to autocorrect it. Like after I'd searched it already. The people also. What percentage of homeless people are criminals? Is the first one.
How do you spell it?
I don't know. It didn't. It doesn't come up. 15% have been in jail.
Schizophrenic. No.
What is it crazy?
She's still typing.
Is it that long?
It just doesn't. I mean,
how do you spell it? SCH.
SCHIZO.
What?
Chorizo. Is schizophrenic.
Schizo.
Is how SCI.
Right.
God.
All right, I got it now.
I feel schizophrenic right now. They told me I wasn't even.
Okay. See, you were actually okay. You were onto something here. It affects. So in general, it affects a little more than 1% of the U.S. population. But estimates are wide ranging, but some go as high as 20% of homeless.
That's wild.
It makes sense.
Life's so difficult.
A lot of them are homeless because of mental disorder. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And we just don't care at all. Like all the mental institutions are pretty much done, right? A lot of them.
I don't know. My brain's fine. I don't worry about it.
for now.
Yeah, if something happens, if I catch somebody's schizophrenia and then.
Well, no, it's like dementia is so prevalent now, and it's becoming more and more prevalent.
But at that point, I won't care.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I won't know.
I need to write a will. I need to put in there if I start showing signs of dementia, just take me out back.
But see, they can't. No one. Well, my dad says that. Like he says, if he gets dementia and he doesn't know what's going on at where my parents live, we have a pond in the backyard and there's a steep hill at the back. He says just put him out there and then go inside because eventually he'll fall in and drown.
I think that's pretty reasonable.
Because we can't just kill him, obviously. We're not going to kill our father.
He's got to kill himself. He's got to drown himself and not know he's doing it.
But that's what he said. So sometimes if he does stuff now where we're like, Dad, what are you doing? We're like, we're going to go put you behind the pond.
I like that. I think that's...
So you're welcome if in your will you'd like to use the pond there.
I'm trying to think of what I would do. Yeah, I guess water is a good thing because maybe you forget you can swim.
Put on some ankle weights.
Yeah, you could do that. Maybe just like... Ooh, a good one would be like to rent like a boat and just like send me out to the middle of the sea or something.
It's going to be pricey. Be sure to take the insurance out.
Okay. All
I would say even...
Just the middle of nowhere,
just
the woods.
Really, really drunk.
Yeah.
Have fun at least on the way out, and then we put you out by the pond.
Yeah. I don't want to die.
Stumble.
I want to die in snow, I think.
You'd like to freeze to death?
Yeah, so take me somewhere snowy and then just put me out.
Would you like to die back in Minnesota? Or somewhere else? Maybe Alaska. Taking a nice Alaskan cruise.
Ooh, no. Now I'm thinking Canada. I'd like Canada.
At
maybe.
the Fireball Factory?
I haven't visited Canada.
I haven't either.
So, yeah, take me there. Give me some poutine. Let's get drunk, and then just leave me in the wilderness.
Okay.
That would be a pretty good day.
That's not a bad
to
way
get drunk in Canada and eat poutine.
Well, even maybe make a week. Like, enjoy it, you know? You don't have to die day one. Like, go do some things, see a couple things.
But what if I'm, like, just shitting myself and you got to clean it up and then I'm, like, saying absurd things to people and, like, upsetting people? You don't know what's going to happen.
No, you're right. But I'm willing to take that bullet for you. And you got to remember, I'll be older than you at that point.
That's true.
But I'll still take care of you.
Yeah. They think people are getting more dementia now because of lack of sleep. And people aren't sleeping as much.
We're doing really bad lately for some reason. There's something in our water.
Me. I hope when we move, something changes. I feel like there's probably like mold or some kind of... Because mold does... I think it does affect your sleep. Yeah, we're probably dying. We're probably not going to live much longer at all.
Yeah, because we move soon-ish, next several weeks. But you and I, because I think it was a few days ago, I was like, man, I woke up at like 5:30 and couldn't go back to sleep. He's like, I did too.
Yeah.
Same with Sunday night to Monday morning. I woke up. I told you I woke up at like 3:30 and was not able to go back to sleep. You said you woke up at like 2:30.
Yeah, and then it's weird. Like it's within like an hour.
I think it's the ghost that little kitty saw is messing with us.
You think so?
I think maybe it's like fingering our butts.
Maybe it plays with me a little bit and then goes over to you.
Yeah, we're just getting like spirit diddled.
I'd like that.
That'd be cool. But it'd be cool bringing on dementia
to get touched.
That's very true.
So,
oh God, yeah. If we don't die here, by the mold, then we're just moving out to die alone. We're gonna die alone.
Let me see.
Elsewhere.
Can mold affect? Do you always use the proper? Do you use affect and effect properly?
Maybe. I try.
So how do you think it would be spelled in this situation? Can mold affect your sleep?
With an A.
Yeah. Correct. You're right. Good job.
It's gonna have a big effect on the rest of this podcast.
Yeah, we're dying, dude. Mold in your sleep. In addition to the many health problems mold can cause, research suggests that it may also compromise sleep. In one large study, household molds were correlated to increased insomnia, snoring, and excessive daytime sleepiness.
There might be mold here.
Yeah, I think there's mold here.
Because I very rarely ever feel sleepy during the day.
But you have?
I have been recently.
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
We got to get the fuck out of here.
Our insides are just rotten now.
Got that mold lung, son. Might be mold brain.
It
What's
could-
it?
it
What's
could
it get
be.
in your respiratory system?
I think so.
Man.
That's concerning.
Yeah. God, I hope it's
Oh
that
no.
ghost.
Toxic mold exposure has also been linked to more serious long-term effects like memory loss, insomnia, anxiety, depression, trouble concentrating, and confusion.
Well, I can still concentrate, and I'm not confused, so that's good. Are you confused? Do you feel confused in the
My memory's
Recent
not been great.
worse than normal, or just
In the past,
Can you remember?
in the past couple years, yeah, I'd say it's gotten worse.
And that's how long you've lived here.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Okay, here. Should you go to the doctor for mold exposure?
We don't know if we have. I mean,
Hey, the bottom line: keep an eye out for small growths and do something about mold before it grows out of your
for
control.
what, small girls?
Growths?
Oh, she said, "Look out for small girls."
I mean, you can do that in your own.
One
time.
of the
I'm talking about mold,
one of
though.
the most telltale signs of mold is small girls.
small
just
girls.
showing
They're
up.
moldy.
Like, man, she is a tiny
Yeah.
person.
They hold it more.
Hold it behind their necks.
Penicillin doesn't affect
Small girls.
small girls, so then they just get moldy.
So you heard it here first, people. Look out for those small moldy girls you encounter.
Especially if they have growths.
What kind of growths? Would a common mole be considered a growth that you've had for a while?
Moles. Yeah, moles.
Skin tags,
friend tags,
rashes.
rashes.
Would that count as a growth?
Bunions,
Bunions could be a growth.
calluses.
Seems questionable.
Hair
growth.
hair
I've had hair
growth,
growth. I've had to get multiple haircuts since I've lived here.
Yeah, just anything of unusual.
Erections.
Yeah, erections can be categorized as growth.
Yeah, dude, we got mold. Why do we get all the stuff, but we get none of the small girls?
Well, that would just add extra mold to us.
And by small, I mean in stature, not in age.
Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah.
Like little shorties just running around.
Yeah, but
But at least, what, 20, 26, you would say? What, 27? 28? Am I close?
I'm not talking about that. How old are you? 30?
I'm 30.
What's a weird age? Is like 20. If you were talking to somebody that was like 23, would that be weird?
Yeah. Not weird in the sense of like creepy. Weird in the sense of it's kind of a big gap.
There's a big gap
Because
they're probably like just getting out of college.
now, because that's only 7 years.
Mhm.
But now if I'm 37 and she's 30, it's not weird
not that
anymore.
big a difference. No, really not.
But 23 to 30, big difference.
It is. It is. Yeah. Because you don't have, I mean, you have the structured life. Well, most people just have the structured life experience, but you don't have the actual real world life experience. Which is not saying we're the experts
No,
on
not at all.
life or anything.
It's just
but
we
it's
can we can
different.
speak on the life we've already lived.
Yeah, yeah. It's very different from when you get out of college and all that stuff.
Because it's like
Things
kids are bad at being people, just humans in
Yeah,
general.
yeah.
Like they're not good at it. When you're in college and fresh out of college, you're not good at being an adult.
No.
You don't know how to do it.
Mm-mm.
So it just wouldn't work.
In most situations.
Yeah,
You can't say never, but
I mean, yeah, okay.
some people go through it. Some people grow up fast.
Yeah.
I know we didn't have to grow up that fast.
No, I'm still working on it.
Yeah, I'm still working on it too. But some people, yeah, they have to grow up in a childhood and all that kind of stuff. They got to learn lessons early in life.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, I'm not to say there's not more 23-year-olds that don't have a better grasp on life than I do, but most of them probably don't.
1 out of 100 might.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even that one.
And if they're small, they're moldy.
Yeah, if they're a small girl, stature-wise, they could be riddled with mud. Mold.
Riddled with mud. What are you doing to them? Burying them alive?
Throwing mud at these stupid little kids. Eat this mud, stupid. Hope it gives you mold.
What would you rather eat, mud or mold?
Oh, mud all day.
Mold's not... Yeah.
You want to eat the mud here.
Shit. I just realized penicillin is mold.
So is cheese.
Yeah, but I was saying that I messed up when I was talking about the small girls.
Or you meant Pepto Bismol?
Pepto Bismol? What are you talking about? That cures everything. That's one of my favorite.
I need to try it again.
What is it? Drugs? It's not a drug.
Call it a drug.
Medication.
Medication's a
Yeah, I
drug.
guess it is a
it's
drug. Yeah, you think different about it. That's one of my favorites though. Like if I ever have any type
sort of issue
in the abdomen area, Pepto Bismol clears it up.
gone.
And I think it tastes really good too.
I need to try it again. It freaked me out as a kid, so I was anti Pepto Bismol. Like the thought of it grossed me out. I need to try it as an adult.
What was it? Just the color?
I think the taste didn't agree with me at the time.
I think it tastes good.
The viscosity was iffy.
It's very viscous.
Yeah,
but that's to help coat everything once
right.
it's in the tummy.
No, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like unicorn cum or something.
Yeah, which is cool though. Now, maybe it weirded you out as a kid, but
yeah. Now, as an adult, I'm way more open to guzzling unicorn cum. That's true.
Yeah, and I feel like it has to be true.
Did you have sex with a unicorn?
Well, do I get anything out of it?
Some of that
you got to get
sweet
something,
Pepto
though.
cum.
Well, no. If you have sex with a mythical creature, it's got to give you some kind of benefit. Right?
Does it? I don't know. Maybe a Rosemary's Baby type situation.
What is that?
It's a movie where
I thought that was a horror movie.
it is. The devil bangs her, and she has Satan's son. Spoiler alert!
And then that's Damien, right?
No, it's not a prequel to
Omen.
I think it's a separate thing. He's the Antichrist, which I don't know if he was spawn of Satan or if he's just the Antichrist.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I was thinking something a little more like happy.
Positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get an extra hour in the day.
What?
You can use it however you want. Sleep.
You get an extra hour just to do whatever with?
Mm-hmm. You get your days are now 25 hours.
And then everybody else's is 24. So what happens in that hour?
There's an hour.
Time stops for everybody else? Or what?
Either they experience things at double speed or time is frozen except for you and the other recipients of this gift from the Great Unicorn.
Well, do I get to pick?
Which hour?
Well, no. What the situation is?
No, you can decide what hour of the day you
No,
want.
I'm saying, do I get to pick the situation? Is time frozen?
I think it makes more sense that you get an extra hour, so everything else is frozen. So it makes more sense to use it for sleep or nighttime things.
Well, now, are those people they're just sit like say, we're not.
If it happened right now, if you were like, I'm going to
stuck.
do it now, I would just be.
Okay.
And then in 1
that'd be
hour,
pretty cool.
I would be like, and then in 1 hour.
That's a pretty big power to have.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a really big power to have.
Now,
you could kill people.
Well, I was going to say, are you able to affect other people? Probably not. The unicorn's not going to give you that power. The unicorn holds that power.
That's too big of a power.
Yeah.
That's too big of a power.
He'd have to be so selective with who.
It's like they have like
he
a
or
bubble
she
around them or
they
something.
slept with.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can touch them, but they just feel like a rock.
You can see that doesn't because if you can touch him, you like can get like. But then
There's a force field.
Force field, yeah.
I like that. I'm fine with that.
It'd still be really cool though. Then you could do whatever. Say it's just like in the middle of the day, one day, because you can change it up every day. Middle of the day, you're tired, you just want to take a nap.
A quick hour nap.
Or say you're running late to something too. You can use it in that way.
You have a whole another hour.
Yeah, you can do you can do literally whatever you want to. You know,
and
just
then the
use it to learn something new every day. I don't know.
Let's be honest. The trick would be to find someone else, a friend.
Mm-hmm.
That also, or someone that you could see yourself being friends with. That way you could, and imagine falling in love with that person. Now you guys get to have another extra hour together.
And it's just you and the rest of the world doesn't even exist.
Except for the others, because you'll see random people.
You'll see them, yeah. But then it's like,
hey.
Oh man,
What a cool little community.
this should be a movie for sure. You could make it a love story.
I'd like to play the unicorn.
You can play the unicorn. That's fine. I mean, I don't know how that would work, but
I'll
you
figure
can
it out. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Papa's got it.
I really like the idea of that.
You should watch.
It sounds so whimsical and like just special.
Yeah. Well, you should watch that movie I was telling you about that I watched last
Where the
year.
unicorn just rapes
No, the
everybody?
one where the guy could freeze time, but he could affect people, and he may or may not have seen some titties that he wouldn't have been able to see could he not freeze time.
See, that's you can't. That's perverted.
The movie's cool though.
What movie is it?
I'm trying to remember. Night
Stalker.
Night show.
Sounds like a stalker.
Well, he was just a young,
I mean, if you give
young
me
horned up boy.
if you give me that power at like
He was like early 20s probably.
yeah, if you give me that power from like 16 to 22,
Uh-huh.
that's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, that's it. I can't think of anything else I would have done at that point.
I feel like it was
Yeah, it would have been bad. Maybe I would have stole some stuff. I don't know.
Cash back.
Like a credit card, cash back.
Yeah, pull it up. People can see it.
Okay.
It's from 2006.
Wow, it's pretty old.
I hope that's not old.
It is.
Jesus, we're ancient.
Yeah, we're old, man.
We're not.
Yeah, we are. We're old. Just accept it. It's fine. I'm trying to accept it.
You don't have. But why accept a falsity?
There it is, 7.2 on IMDb. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's way above average. That's 82,766 rating, by the way, nerds.
Yeah, that's really good. Comedy, drama, romance. Yeah, hour and 42 minutes. Looks like it won some Sundance stuff, maybe. Is that accurate?
It could be. That's kind of the just film festivals in general.
Toronto, Bermuda, San Sebastian.
South by Southwest.
All right.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
it's a good movie. She's pretty, huh?
Yeah.
She got buying some meat. What was she buying? Looks like she's buying straight
bread,
meat.
maybe.
Meat and bread. You like a good meat sandwich, don't you?
Yeah.
You had one at Velo Fellow a couple weeks ago. Nice meat sandwich.
Au jus. Yeah, meat, cheese, and au jus.
Good meat sandwich.
I love meat so much. I will say though, like we talked about it before, like where I was vegan for a while, and morally I felt so much better, but physically I just felt so much worse. But,
Right.
But we haven't talked about we said because they're selling actual lab meat in some place now.
I'd love to get our hands on some of that.
Yeah, they're selling at restaurants and stuff. Chicken tenders, chicken nuggets, or something.
I'd love to try that.
I would too.
Once I can fully taste again, we definitely are going to have a Impossible Burger thing.
Impossible Burger.
Yeah, I want to try that.
Yeah, but it's not even good for you though.
What do you mean?
Like it's just a bunch of like potato oil.
Poil?
stuff. Yeah, it's just a bunch of chemicals. It's
Poil
probably
burger?
Freon, to be honest.
It's just solid Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely
I wouldn't be surprised.
definitely doing that.
So many chemicals, and it's just chemicals. It's just chemicals.
So it's like the option for people that morally can't eat animals, but they still want
The taste.
to indulge.
Yeah. I mean, it's there's no way it's going to be as good as a regular.
Right, and that's the problem
hamburger.
I think people have is that you can't go in with that. You got to say, is it good as its own thing?
Yeah, but see, that's where lab meat comes in. It is the same thing,
Right.
and then it's just as good. And then you don't have the moral conundrum of the whole
I
thing.
think you're right. I think probably the vegans that still possess some critical thinking skills will follow that line.
Yeah.
But the super bananas ones will be like, no. It originally, when you trace it far enough back, it came from with something we took from an animal without its permission, even though it's alive on a farm having a good time.
Well, that'll be like a minority of
That's
the
what I'm saying.
already vegan population.
I'm saying the
They're
vegans
gonna
that
die
can
out.
still critically think
Yeah,
that haven't been doing it so
it's
long.
probably most of them. It's probably most.
Yeah, it's at least 51%. I will say that.
Yeah.
It's at least. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where it stopped. Because I think
What? Say it.
I just don't. It's their choice.
Okay. I mean, I know vegans that are they're smart people.
Right.
They understand.
No,
things.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's some vegans that I really, really respect. Joaquin Phoenix,
Oh, I didn't know that.
aggressive vegan.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I get it, like, as the moral thing. I guess, like, when I had to change, it was like I had to just forget it, like, kind of compartmentalize that thought in my mind of the morals of the whole thing. So if you can't do it, and, like, being in South Carolina, like, it's even, people care even less about it.
Yeah,
you
like
know,
when we
so-
lived in, there was one place in Columbia that I can think of that was
Yeah.
a vegan restaurant.
But, like, you go to a bigger city, like New York or, like, where I was in Minnesota, like, there's stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
It's, like, it's easily accessible. So if
Yeah.
you start thinking, it's easy to, like, go with it. It's easy to...
Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. But we're kind of far removed from it. And
I just don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
No desire. I love animals, but
Mhm.
they shouldn't have tasted so good. I mean, that's their
I
their
mean, it's
evolutionary
It's definitely
mistake.
primal.
that they didn't just like evolve to have skunky
Yeah.
meat.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's definitely a primal thing when you bite into some meat and juices are flowing and blood's just popping all over your mouth. and-
Maybe to like the most base, but where we are now, where we've mastered flavors,
Mhm.
it's just art now. Sometimes
Yeah.
what
It
food
is
can
art.
be in your mouth, like the combination.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I love food, man.
Yeah, it's like art mixed with primal instinct. It's like good luck overcoming that.
Some people can apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Stupid.
Well, then you just forget about it. Just like the opposite of compartmentalizing it for me. You just compartmentalize the taste and all that kind of stuff. And you start
It's not good
getting
for you.
in that
That can't be
world.
good for you.
What do you mean?
To do that to your brain against one of the
Well, it's not
Greatest
good. Either way,
joys.
it's not good.
one of the greatest joys in the world.
Yeah.
And it happens to be a joy that can eventually kill you, but at the time is keeping you alive.
What do you mean can kill you?
If all you eat is like buttery, deep fried stuff, eventually it's going to catch up with you and
Deep-fried,
kill you.
Yeah.
But
I don't think meat's bad for you.
if you in the short term, those chicken tenders, they're making you stay alive right now.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Chicken tenders are not good for you.
But they are so tasty.
Chicken nuggies.
Little sweet nugs.
Nugs are good.
God, I just love food, man.
I really would like to try the carnivore diet at some point.
I think you should. I'd fully support you in that.
Would you?
Would I try it? Yeah, but see, I don't think I would be able to just only eat meat. I could try it.
Well, it's like you can eat all animal products. Like you can eat cheese, you can eat butter, meat, I mean, just anything.
Maybe
anything in that.
Maybe
sense.
if cheese could be included, I could try it. I might could make it a month only eating meat and cheese.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. Because I really don't. I don't think meat like it satisfies my body.
You loved that feeling. Just some nice hot slick meat
Yeah, some
sliding
nice
sliding down your gullet.
Yeah,
and the way it
yeah.
just sits in you.
Nice and red too. You know.
God, and just the juices flowing out of that sweet, hot,
all the
thick meat,
all the
just in
protein
ya.
coming
Oh my
down.
God, the
Yeah.
protein, pure protein.
viscosity.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
And then that just white,
Just kinda coats
white,
you.
unctuous fat
Uh-huh.
sitting there.
Oh
Oh my
Kind
God.
of fills
Yeah.
just fills the void, you know.
Jeez, tell me about it.
I mean, honestly, though, meat, it is kind of sexual in a sense,
Go on.
right?
Go on.
I mean, because we were
Because you beat it and you like tenderize. You rub it in oil.
It is. See, it is sexual.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But if
I
you were-
love putting salt on my dick, so like, every time I
Well, you don't need to season your dick.
I like
Nobody's
to.
eating it.
Well, no, they're not. But I like to just season it, just so like I know in my mind when I walk out the house, like, oh yeah, my penis is covered in
It's
salt and
nice
pepper
and
right now.
salted. It's preserved for a little while. So if you run into anybody, it'll be nice and, I guess it's not
Nice and
kosher.
fresh. I use kosher salt.
But yeah, it's like we were talking about.
That's the way that's stated.
Why? You deviant.
Too direct.
Well, okay, I won't talk about it then. Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, meat, like as far as all foods go, it's got to be the most sexual food. Like think
Meat?
of another, like there's other foods like vegetables that are maybe phallic.
Yeah, but I
or
know what
like-
you mean.
Yeah, but it's the most like, it's got to be the most sexual.
100%.
Yeah, it's juicy, it's warm, it's just, yeah, it gets me going.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree 100%.
Okay, good.
Now that we settled that.
Oh, you got.
I do. And I also want to address something else before we move on to this.
Okay.
Danny, we have gotten your email. The timing has just been off for us to actually do it because, and I'll just let us three be in the know, Danny, so you feel special this whole week. We can't do that this week because I have to go to work in like 45 minutes.
Oh, with the shop thing. Yeah,
Now everyone knows. So Ken ruined this little surprise for you, Danny. The little secret that you were in on. But yeah, next week. Hopefully we can record on Monday.
Well, I didn't say a lot.
But yeah, so it's been a while since I've had any nice Rick the Barber stories. And I saw him a few weeks ago and have just been forgetting to tell the stories. So we got,
you said it's getting more and more. It just salacious.
There's more and more stories I can't tell here for, I'm guessing, legal reasons. Quite honestly.
Yeah.
But he gave me this card because we got to talking about movies. And I told him, like, oh, yeah, because he's like, here's some movie you probably never heard of. I was like, well, I probably heard of it. I might not have seen it.
Yeah.
And he named a movie that is very much, maybe look this up, Caligula, that one. Because he was just talking about these movies that are really messed up. Because I just watched Pierced, that movie I was telling you about. That was really weird and really out there. So we just got to talk about weird, like messed up movies and the crazy stuff that happens in some of them. So Caligula is a 1979 erotic historical drama film focusing on the rise and fall of the eponymous Roman Emperor Caligula. So apparently they do some pretty egregious things in this movie. And I've heard about, like, this was a movie that was talked about a lot in film school.
I really like that word.
Erotic?
Erotic.
You should have described meat as erotic.
It
since
is
you were
pretty
going with
erotic.
sexual.
Yeah. Gore Vidal's.
Yeah, imagine your first name's Gore and you don't
Gore.
do crazy shit.
Gore Vidal. Yeah, that's a name.
23% on Rotten Tomatoes. But anyways, he told me a story that I know you're gonna really like.
Do you need this? Do I need this?
Nah, just for example, that was one of the things we talked about that I can mention on here. If you want Rick's other movie recommendations, we got Caligula, Hotel New Hampshire, and The Mysteries of Pittsburgh, which apparently they will all make your skin crawl.
Oh, okay.
But he was talking about he recently went to Atlanta for the first time. He told me 2 haircuts ago, and told me about a fun night he had with a pretty lady. And then he was telling me that he went back to Atlanta since and saw her again, and that's probably the last time he's going to see her.
Why?
He said twice is enough.
Okay.
And then somehow online dating came up. and we were talking about that. And Rick's, if you're fellas, ladies, maybe, I don't know, but fellas, according to Rick, if you get on Christian Mingle,
Okay. All right.
which he swears by this tactic. He says it works.
He doesn't seem. First of all, he does not seem like a Christian to me.
He's not a Christian,
Yeah.
for sure. Maybe a Buddhist.
Yeah, maybe.
But what Rick said was on Christian Mingle, if you match with the fat chicks,
Okay.
or not, maybe he didn't say fat, heavier girls, they're all willing to suck dick immediately.
I guess he knows from experience. This
That's
is just
what he
what he
said.
does. He just goes on Christian Mingle to get a little suck off.
Little sucky. So there you go. Do with that information what you will.
That's good information for
Yeah.
our listeners. If
It's funny.
yeah, it's funny. It's good. I mean, Christian Mingle. I don't think I can bring myself to ever do that.
I asked him if he had ever heard of Farmers Only.
What?
Have you not heard of Farmers Only?
Farmers only?
Online dating for if you are only interested in farmers.
Is it 12 people on there?
I don't know. Google.
I
Let's
mean,
see if
how
they
many
have. Let's
farmers
see
are
if they have a current user number.
So
well,
what-
maybe it's more like there's a bunch of like non-farmers looking for farmers, which I don't know if is that what it means, or do you have to be a farmer?
I don't even. What? This
4.5
this
million
is
farmers
this isn't
and
saying
ranchers
this is dating though.
all around the U.S. from the state of New York to Florida, Texas are on Farmers Only.
Here it is.
Handy tip. Oh.
What is
this is the
this?
website. Man, it looks like a farmer code.
It is single in the country. City folks just don't get it, John. You know what? It's not for me.
If there's one thing I've been saying for a long frickin' time, is that.
Look at this. Oh my God. This is I don't like this. This seems cultish.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. and
sign up.
I don't have a farm.
I have access to a farm.
Oh, I could say I farm on WoW. I'm a gold farmer.
That's true. Gold farm.
I'm a Chinese gold farmer.
I have access to a farm. I
Yeah,
farm
we
my
could go
family.
take our profile pictures there and see how we do on Farmers Only.
Yeah, we'll put some straw on our mouths
On
and
our
we just
ass.
stand there with a boots on. That'd be really cool. This is why I'm baffled. I'm really baffled.
Who created Farmers Only? Well, hang on. Let's guess what his name was. Guaranteed it was a guy, a lonely farmer.
I gotta say it's gotta be it's probably John.
You think it was John?
John Singletary?
I was gonna say Sturgill.
Okay.
Jerry.
Jerry Miller.
It's Jerry. You said it was gonna be me.
So what does this say? The dating site aimed at anyone who doesn't count themselves as a city slicker. So it's for stupid people. Is that what it's saying?
Because you're only smart if you live around the big buildings. If you're not bathed in pollution, you ain't got much brain on you, boy.
That was a joke.
Dating Scout.
Three
Three out of 5 stars for Farmers Only. Don't
That's
sleep
not
on
great.
it. It's not bad. It's above
It's
average.
Mediocre.
Assuming 2.5 is average. I don't know. Making
Niche.
contact 2.5 out of 5 though.
Ugh.
Signing up's pretty easy.
Well, you got to think though, like it's an online dating thing for people that probably aren't online that much.
Right. They better have access to the internet
Yeah,
because they
so,
live in
like-
squalor.
It's just they don't care about that
And
kind of stuff.
you're going to have to probably make a pretty big range because often farms are miles from town.
Yeah, that's
So you
true.
got to spread the range.
You're gonna have to do like
and
the whole like
there's going to be a
couple counties over.
small dating pool.
It's very small. Well, I mean, there's 4.5 million though.
How many people are in the U.S.? Total.
What is it, like 360 million or something?
That's a lot of farmers. I mean, there's a lot of people to feed.
Yeah, that's a lot of. Well, that's not even all the farmers. That's just the people that are own farmers only.
Yeah. Damn.
It doesn't seem to add up, but I don't know who am I to argue
Well,
with.
I mean, it's farmers doing math. Probably take it with a grain of salt.
Is farmers only a good dating site?
Pros of using this niche dating site. Thanks to effective marketing, it attracts singles who either live or are interested in living the country life.
Ugh.
If that's the type of person you're looking for, Farmers Only is one of the best places to find them.
That sounds weird, man. That sounds really weird.
The country life?
Yeah, it's like it reminds me of like what was it? Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton.
The simple life?
Yeah, they would do like their simple life thing, and they just go like parade around a farm or whatever
like
for a
scoop
while,
poop.
like exploit it almost.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah, but I feel like this is like for people that are just like, I don't know. I bet a lot of people in there are just looking for like, I don't know, just something weird, like a little adventure or something.
Which isn't a bad idea. Like, not a bad way to like get a nice weekend out in the country.
I guess, but then
Have
like
some chicken, maybe some sex.
But then the person they're going to see is like, that's just what they do and live,
Right,
and they're
well, just
looking for
use
somebody to love.
But yeah, just use them. Enjoy the weekend. Give them a little handy behind the barn.
Yeah.
Suck them at the silo. One of those kind of things. Head on back to the city. Tell your pals.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if they're okay with it, it's fine.
No, I mean they're. I mean the farmer won't be. They'll be fine while it's happening. But when then the potential boyfriend / girlfriend is leaving, they're like, yeah, I don't think this is going anywhere. Then they'll be sad, but they'll really have a good time when they're, showing them around the farm.
I guess it's better than
introducing them to different chickens and cows, showing them their combines.
And maybe every once in a while it actually sticks.
Yeah,
and it works, and then they stay together.
Or probably very likely to happen, the farmer will just chain them up and keep them in one of the
barns.
Yeah,
The chickens.
Just keep them as a sex slave.
Yeah,
Very common thing that farmers
like
farmers
5 to
do.
10% of the time, I think.
5% to 10% of farmers have sex slaves chained up in their barn. And what's really sad is sometimes it's their own family members, like their sister.
No, I heard it's more like cousin.
Yeah, you've been watching Fox News. Jeez, man, my sister is making quite the appearance on this episode right now. Shut up, D.
So would you rather be on Farmers Only or Christian Singles? Is it Christian Mingle?
Christian Mingle.
It's Christian Farmers Only. Christian Mingle, Farmers Only.
I couldn't live super rural. Like if I was actually looking for,
because you would have to go in there as like looking for a farm girl.
If that's the thing, if you're looking for, you're actually you're not just trying to like have a silly time. You're actually trying to which one's gonna work. I couldn't, and if another caveat is that I have to move to the farm. Couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Now if I can bring a country girl to town, I'd rather do that
than a Christian girl,
than someone from Christian Mingle.
But remember what Rick said.
Yeah, but see that I don't know if you're trying to wife her up or not.
I don't know.
Well,
I can assure you I'm not going to be on either one of these.
Right. But if you had to pick,
I'm just not a fan of the country.
You got to do.
I would have to.
Yeah, that's
yeah. I have no desire to go out into the farm.
You wonder if there are any like because where you're moving has a little garden. Think that counts?
Yeah, maybe I could post myself on Farmers Only.
That's what I'm saying. Like if
and
you
then
have
say,
a little,
hey, come over.
it's a little community garden.
Yeah. You're technically
How
a
big
farmer?
does the land have to be before it goes from garden to farm? Right? That's a good question.
When are you classified as a?
Is it all have to do with distribution? Like if you sell any of your
I think
growth?
if you grow something, you're a farmer.
Are we doing it by tax purposes?
If I grow food, am I a farmer? What? Can you just tell me? What?
Farmers grow food crops.
Yeah. So okay.
Yeah, but this is
Maybe
between
I wouldn't.
farmers
I
and
wouldn't be
ranchers.
I wouldn't be farming, but I'd be a farmer.
You'd be I think you'd be gardening, and you'd be a gardener.
I'd be a gardener.
I'm wondering, it may like if you say if you sell it, then you
Profit motive.
there you go. So if you sell your goods, you're not just gardening to like eat it
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. I could.
So if you're like going to the farmer's market,
let's say I went one time and just sold a couple potatoes.
you
I'm
could
a
stay
farmer.
on for like that week.
I could be a farmer for that week.
For the week, you'd have to
Okay.
find love in a
Yeah,
week
that's fine.
from another country
Okay.
gal.
All right. Well, no, I could be attracting anybody
That's true.
at that point.
She might just be looking to get the country life.
Yeah. And I'd just give her a potato.
Just smack her with tears.
Yeah. I feel like this all makes a lot of sense and is
Yeah.
completely doable, and we should definitely try it.
You want to get on Farmers Only? I kind of do, just to like
What
swipe
if
and see
what if
what's
they like
going on.
what if I don't think we could pass the check to get on there.
You think they do like a background
I feel
check?
like you got to have some credentials or
Go
something.
back to the page, because what did it ask for when you were signing up? It just had email and your name, like pretty generic things, right?
Yeah.
Enter your email, your zip. I'm looking for woman, man, enter your age. I certify
I'm
that
not
I'm
doing it.
over 18, except terms.
So you just got to be 18 and a person
Yeah.
and have an address.
So what if there's like this thing where Farmers Only is actually been infiltrated by people who are using it for like other reasons?
It could
Like
be
people-
it could be the black market on it.
Like
Who
people that are
knows?
into like bestiality.
Yeah, it could be the Wild West.
And there's
on there.
codes. It's like if you say you
Wouldn't be
like
surprised.
you
I would-
like you love milk, that means you like having sex on top of a cow, type of thing.
What about having sex with a cow?
Yeah, that's when you say you really like milk. I'm a milk farmer.
Milk. Oh yeah. It could be. I bet you this is where the kids get traded on Wayfair too.
Through Farmers Only?
Yeah.
Probably 100%.
Connected because they probably have Amish people in there. Amish people build their own furniture.
They don't have the internet.
Some of them do.
Not the real ones.
Well, maybe they're using the Amish people as scapegoats. Like they're getting their furniture.
Maybe this is a site used just to murder Amish.
They're
It's a
murdering.
new TLC show.
They are murdering themselves.
Murdering
they don't.
Amish.
They don't need any help. They'll die out pretty soon.
Well,
on
their
their own.
outfits are killing me.
Yeah. That's the Amish people will not be around in 100 years. There's no way. Most people are leaving. Now they're just having sex with each other. It's just there's no more genes left to go around.
That hasn't stopped them yet. You know what it's going to be? They're going to go away. And then how we have like current day witches,
Yeah.
there's going to be like new Amish.
What?
You know what I mean? But they're going to be like playing like a farming game, but living with like just enough electricity to charge their phone.
Oh, okay. So it's just kind of fake.
Yeah, like how there's fake witches now. We had
Yeah.
real ones.
Yeah.
That
Well,
kind of thing.
Yeah. There'll just be like a little mythical thing or something. Yeah, we'll have movies
Faux
about them. They'll
Amish.
turn into like monsters at some point. Because there is a thing of Amish people, the saying they have 6 fingers because they build all their stuff. And I had one.
Where do they keep that
I
other one?
had one professor in college that actually thought that they had 6 fingers. And I was like, "What are you talking
What was
about?"
he teaching you?
Was it
Theoretical life?
It was she was teaching. She was doing some lab. It was some science lab. Yeah, she had no idea. She literally thought. I guess she just heard it and she didn't know about Amish people.
How old was
Like
she?
they're- She had to be 50.
And she's a professor?
Yeah. Well, she did the lab. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if you had to be a professor to teach the lab. But yeah, she
Where
thought.
did she go to school? On the magic school
So
bus?
she thought. I guess she thought because they were just inbreeding and stuff all the time that they just had like 6 fingers and they could build stuff really well.
I'm questioning her bloodline at this point.
Yeah.
Way
Yeah.
more than the Amish.
Yeah. Yeah, I would too. At least they're doing something. She doesn't know what's happening. She's probably dead now, though.
I hope.
She's probably got dementia.
She had half a brain then, so
Yeah, so it's probably not doing too well now.
what an idiot.
Yeah, it was silly. We got a good laugh out of it.
Okay. Oh,
Farmers only.
she would have had a heyday on Farmers Only. What was? Don't tell me her name. Tell me her first name.
I don't remember her name. No, I had a bunch of professors.
I won't say that.
What?
Just don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'd like for you to try and figure out who she was, though, so we can look her up. I bet she's posting some crazy conspiracy theories these days.
It's possible I could figure it out, but I just don't.
Like,
Can you
get back into like your student email?
Nah, not in the past couple of years. I don't feel like trying to do all that.
That's
That's
pretty easy.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up there.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right.
Gotta go to work soon. So, Danny, sorry, we'll get to it next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if we record on Monday.
Yeah.
It's currently Tuesday.
All right. Shouts out to Sleep and people that don't have mold in their house, and people that have Tourettes and are dealing with it, and dementia and are dealing with it, and Amish people and their 6 fingers, and
So basically, all the disabled.
all the disabled. Yeah. Shouts out to you too, included in that.
The band?
No, to you. I was including you with the.
With the disabled.
Yeah.
Good joke. Maybe you can tell it again next week.
Shouts out to my mom. She had a birthday a couple days ago. When you hear this, yeah, I don't know what else we talked about. Shouts out to Civil War that's about to come upon us. And hopefully there's a lot of bloodshed and people die and we can get rid of all the stupid people.
Streets of glass.
Yeah, I think that's about it for me.
All right, cool, man. Well, shouts out you. Shouts out Rick, as always. Shouts out Danny for actually emailing us some stuff. We'll get to it, we promise. Shouts out Small Girls. Covered in mud and filled with mold.
Yeah. Sounds pretty good.
Shouts out food, shouts out meat, both lab and plant-based and regular-based. Shouts out farmers for not only feeding us, but entertaining us with your creepy app.
Yep.
Shouts out cool guys.
Okay.
Shouts out... Shouts out the internet.
Yeah, it's definitely changed our lives.
Shouts out soap. That's all I got.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
What are you doing? Subscribe, like us, follow us.
Please like us.
Just do it, please.
For the love of shit, like us. I need your approval.
I need it in me.
That's why we do this every week, and oh god.
But yeah, if you tell us to your friends, if you like listening, tell them about it. Share it, do whatever, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
right.
Please, please tell us to your friends. Tell us to your parents, and tell us to yourself. And don't forget to tell yourself that you're great and you're the best and you're really nice, probably, hopefully. Well, you're worth it. How about that? All right, Jerry. Love you, man.
Love you too.
Catch you on the flips, all right?
See ya.
Bye.